Wait and see.
Welcome back to Wait and See. I'm Brian here with Erica, and today we are breaking down GPT 5.6 Luna versus Claude 4.
That is right, Brian, and this free tier shockwave is forcing a total reassessment of subscription value across the entire LLM market.
OpenAI just dropped Luna onto the free tier, giving away reason capabilities that used to cost $20 a month just 6 months ago.
Wait, hold on, Brian. So a free user now gets access to a model that actually competes with Claude 4 Opus?
Exactly, Erica. And on standard benchmarks like MMLU and human eval, Luna is scoring within 5% of the premium Claude 4 Opus tier.
That is insane pricing pressure for Anthropic, considering Claude 4 still sits firmly behind a paywall with strict rate limits.
We need to look at the technical underpinnings of GPT 5.6 Sol to understand how OpenAI actually affords this giveaway.
Sol is the dense model, right? The one they optimize for lower inference costs in their data centers.
Correct, Erica. Sol utilizes a modified mixture of experts architecture with sparsity increased to 90%, meaning they only route the relevant experts for each token generated.
So the compute cost per token dropped significantly enough that they can serve it to ad-supported users for free?
Yes, plus they implemented speculative decoding with a small draft model, boosting generation speed to over 100 tokens per second on their servers.
But look at Gemini 3, Brian. Google is still charging for their Ultra tier even though their model lags behind Luna on multi-step reasoning tasks.
Google is stuck in a position where they pay for the hardware but cannot match OpenAI's user volume to subsidize the compute costs.
Let's talk about the actual workflow impact, Brian, because developers are asking if they can cancel their Claude 4 Pro subscriptions today.
A developer working on a Python refactoring script uploaded a 5,000-line file to Luna yesterday to detect security vulnerabilities.
And how did it handle that legacy codebase compared to Claude 4?
Luna parsed the entire file, identified the deprecated SQL queries, and rewrote the database connection module using parameterized inputs in 11 seconds.
That matches the performance I saw in my tests, where Luna successfully generated a test for a legacy API without hallucinating non-existent endpoints.
The context window of 128,000 tokens allows it to hold the entire logic of a standard microservice, the documentation, and the test suite in active memory simultaneously.
So the only real differentiator left for Claude 4 is the specific artifacts UI and their slightly longer output limits for massive coding projects.
Right, but for 90% of daily tasks, including email drafting, data analysis in CSV files, and debugging small scripts, Luna is sufficient.
I ran a financial analysis prompt on both models, asking them to pit a 20,000-row dataset without writing any code.
What was the result, Erica?
Luna wrote a one-line Pandas script that executed correctly in the sandbox, while Claude 4 refused to run the code and tried to explain the logic instead.
That execution capability is the killer feature for free users who just need to get work done without understanding the underlying syntax.
We have to mention the privacy aspect too, Brian, because enterprise users are wary of free tiers training on their data.
OpenAI explicitly stated that Luna free tier data is not used for training GPT 5.7 or any future models, matching the privacy guarantees of the paid tier.
That removes the biggest barrier to entry for companies that want to test AI.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe to Wait and See, your signal through the noise of AI.